Prior to roll call, I'd like to welcome the newest member, Mr. Doug Pettix. Many of you know him from New Brunswick and Middlesex County. Mr. Pettix is here with us tonight, so I'll give you guys a chance to say hello, and then I'll take roll call.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
They're all waving to you. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call. I was going to call you Agadosi. Chairman Wright.
Here.
The esteemed president of Centenary University, Dale Caldwell.
Here. Sure.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Giorgiani.
Here.
Commissioner Pettix.
Here.
Commissioner Yesenia Hernandez Medina.
Medina Hernandez.
Medina Hernandez. I
Here.
apologize.
That's okay.
I'm not going off of a score sheet today. I have to use my own. I left John's old score sheet at the office and I had to come home tonight.
Okay.
Hernandez. Let me just take a second and write that down. Yurgo Walde is absent. He called out. He had an emergency in New York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yurgo. And I'm missing Wallace Dunlap. Mr. Dunlap, are you with us? No, I did not hear from Mr. Dunlap today. Okay.
So 4 though. We have a quorum.
Yeah, we have a quorum.
Yes.
Let the record reflect 5 yeas. I'm going to go ahead with the reading of public notice. This meeting of the Board of Commissioners will take place electronically in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, specifically NJSA 10:4-9.3. Notice of this meeting was given by 1 public advertisement with sufficient notice herewith to the Home News Tribune in New Jersey. 2, filing advance written notice of this meeting with the city clerk's office. And 3, posting this notice on the public website of the Housing Authority. During the meeting, participants, including members of the public, may be muted by the host. However, there will be an opportunity for them to participate and speak during the public portion of the meeting, where participants will be unmuted at their request. At this time, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm going to go to public comment right now. Anyone from the public like to join in?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. State your name, please.
Good evening, Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. I have to start with a serious matter. It's come to my attention that there is a state police investigation into, among others, the former executive director of the New Brunswick Housing Authority, Mr. John Clark. It's my understanding there have been multiple subpoenas served upon the authority. So I do have to ask, what is your comment on this investigation? Is the Housing Authority cooperating? And does this have anything to do with Mr. Clark's somewhat abrupt departure earlier this September?
Defer to Mr. Manfredi.
And Mr. Manfredi's not here, but Mr. Camacho from his firm is, and Charlie. The only comment we will make at this time is Mr. Clark's resignation had nothing to do with this matter, as far as we are aware. And as far as the investigation, the Housing Authority, as it always will, it always cooperates with any subpoenas.
Thank you. I also have to ask about an employee, Daniel McBride, maybe a former employee. I would like to know, is it true this person was working remotely for the New Brunswick Housing Authority from California?
So as a personnel matter, that's not necessarily something that we get into on this call, but I can defer to Mr. Toto, who has the details that we do have on that.
Mr. Cradaville, tonight is really about comments. Anything you need. I know you've sent a number of requests over, but please state your comments as time's elapsing. You've got 2 more minutes. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, so I did ask about this at the last meeting, and I was promised a response offline. I didn't get a response offline. I sent an email today with, a prompting a response. Did not get anything today. So when can I expect a response on this?
You could probably expect a response by Friday.
Okay. Well, I will look forward to that. I also need to know, is it true there was a shooting near or at the headquarters of the authority on October 9th?
Mr. Toto, do we have a record
Yeah,
of a shooting?
did you obtain that information maybe from the police? Or, I mean, it was unfortunate, but the bullets did travel on our property. It happened on Van Dyke Street, which is a public road. So, that's all we know.
Thank
I mean,
you. I do have a pending request into the police. I noticed it on the crime map
Okay.
that they have for New Brunswick Police Department. But I also have to ask about Tori Gunsely and Factory Consulting. There was a resolution at the last meeting that would have made him the interim executive director, but that was pulled without any explanation. And, Mr. Chairman, when I spoke to you the day before, you said Tori, as of right now, is going to be our interim executive director. What changed and why? And what is his role going to be going forward?
No, that's a fine enough question to ask. So I think what changed is we looked internally, namely at Mr. Toto, who's had the experience and the boots on the ground and the capacity to step into the role. And we didn't want to be too abrupt in changing what we have going on here while we were doing our interviews and our search, and just pulling somebody who essentially would be an out-of-town operative into an ecosystem that already has an understanding and already has leadership in place. So we just felt that Dan is best to step up in the interim and to leave that consulting relationship as a consulting relationship, because we don't know what's going to come down the pipe, right? And we may need those dollars in order to pull him in another space. So this just became more efficient and just worked better. I hope that answers your question.
Yes,
What
it
else?
does. Thank you, sir. Any update on the nonprofit trust fund? The money coming in from Russo and starting a board. Is it has it been done yet?
I can answer that. Do you want to answer it, Chair?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Please go ahead.
No. I said you feel free to go
Oh.
forward.
Charlie, what I can tell you is that all sides have personnel in place, board members in place. Within the next couple of weeks, we should be forming a strong nonprofit board, and we'll be in touch. That's all I can tell you. But thank you for
Okay.
asking. We're excited. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll recall
Good.
during the last meeting, I received an inquiry or a response from Mr. Camacho indicating 5 members of the board: Caldwell, Dunlap, Giorgiani, Medina,
No.
Hernandez, and Wolde. Is that still the case, or are there additional members now?
No.
Is this,
No, we
changed?
decided opposite of that. Unfortunately, I don't want to speak for you, Alberto, but I will. The board will be a different image than a mirror image of our housing authority board. So just sit tight. Couple weeks, I think you'll be very, very excited about the members on the board. Not that there was anything wrong with the other members that you just mentioned, but we wanted a different flavor and appearance, so that it was not a mirror image. Okay.
Okay. And just to be clear, my interest and position was that I supported more transparency. So the board should have public meetings regardless of the board members, and should be transparent about its finances and what its priorities are. So I hope that will be the case, and then I will be feeling better about it. And finally, I just wanted to note the executive director job posting last day to apply is 2 days from now. So I'm not sure who has applied. Would love to know, but I do think that if you don't get people that you're satisfied with, you should consider extending the deadline and get take some more time, because it's an important decision, and not not to rush it. And I will just close by saying I'm pleased that the board now has met 3 months in a row, and this is the first time that anything like that has happened in a long time. So I'm pleased to see some things going on, and that includes the new commissioner who I welcomed before you went on the record tonight. But welcome and best wishes to you, Mr. Pettix, and thank you for addressing some of my questions tonight.
Thank you, Charlie. And Chair, just let the record reflect that was 7 minutes. So Charlie gets 2 less minutes next meeting. That's just my suggestion, not that it would happen. Thank you, Charlie. Any other comments from the public? Anyone else? Well, at this time, I'd like a motion and a second to close the public comment period.
I motion to close the public comment.
Zach,
I'll
motion.
second.
Giorgiani, second. Roll call. Chairman Wright,
Here.
Commissioner Colwell, Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
Commissioner Benita Hernandez. Yes,
Yes,
thank you. Let the record reflect, motion passes. Report of the secretary and committee reports. The only thing I'd like to report is that Mr. Pettix, thank you so much for joining. We needed to fill this vacancy, and you're the man for the job. I've heard a lot of good things about you, and you know, the New Brunswick Housing Authority tenants will get to see you, because I want to personally take you around to meet them, and I think you'll find the stigma of so many years that we've heard, oh, the projects and the problems that exist. Very small group of people cause those problems, and they're mostly outsiders, but I think you'll find them engaging and refreshing, and thank you. And at this time, I just want to thank Dale Caldwell again. It was a great event that they had for you up at Centenary University, and please don't forget about us. We'd love to help you however we can, and you have a phenomenal vision for young people in the future of our country, and I applaud you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your support, and you know, the hope is universities can work with housing authorities more effectively. So it's an honor to be here.
Great. At this time, we're going to move on to consideration of previous minutes. I need a motion in a second.
Motion.
Thank you, Zach.
I'll second.
Giorgiani, thank you for keeping it in line. Roll call. Commissioner, Chairman Wright,
Here.
Commissioner Colwell,
Yeah.
great. Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix.
I guess I have to abstain since I wasn't here for the meeting.
That's a great answer.
Yes.
Right.
You are sharp. Abstain, thank you. And Commissioner Medina Hernandez. Yes.
yes,
Great, thank you. At this time, new business, resolution 2023, number 37. Resolution approving, authorizing, and ratifying payment of bills for public housing program for the month of September 2023. If you don't have any questions, I'll need a motion in a second.
I will motion.
Thank you. Chair,
I will second.
thank you.
And
Roll
those.
call. Chairman Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Colwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
Commissioner Medina Hernandez.
yes,
Thank you, Commissioner. Resolution 2023, number 38. Resolution approving, authorizing, and ratifying payment of bills for Housing Choice Voucher Program for the month of September 2023. You don't have any questions? I'll need a motion in a second.
A motion.
Let the record reflect. Commissioner
I'll
Wright,
second.
second, Giorgiani. Roll call. Chairman Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Colwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
and Commissioner Medina Hernandez.
yes,
Final resolution of the evening, 2023, number 39. Resolution approving the new personnel manual and associated personnel policies contained therein for the New Brunswick Housing Authority. I'll need a motion in a second.
I'll
Questions?
make a motion to accept.
Okay. We're
I'll
gonna stay
second.
consistent. Okay, we're gonna switch it around. Mr. Giorgiani will motion. And second by Wright. Okay, Chairman Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes,
Commissioner Caldwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
and Commissioner Medina Hernandez.
Yes.
Alberto, the finance
Yes.
report, you want to put that out there? And I'll get a motion
Yeah.
in a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This time, I'll need a motion and a second for the finance report.
A motion?
Great. 1 second. A second.
I'll second.
Chairman Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes,
Commissioner Caldwell.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
Commissioner Medina Hernandez.
Yes.
Prior to adjournment, any commissioners have anything to say, would like to say? Say it now or forever hold your peace for this evening.
Not a thing.
Okay, great. Motion and a second for the adjournment, please.
A motion.
I'll second.
The Utah
Chairman
Jazz.
Wright motions, Giorgiani seconds. It's gonna mess up my whole sheet here because of the one time. Okay. Chairman Wright, roll call.
Yes.
Commissioner Giorgiani,
Yes,
Commissioner Caldwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Pettix,
Yes.
Commissioner Medina Hernandez.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm going to be in touch with everyone because I want you guys to get involved for our giveaway for Thanksgiving in November, which is, right around the corner. And I think it'd be very important to stagger you guys, you commissioners, sorry, when we hand out the turkeys and the prizes and the good things that we have for Thanksgiving. I think it'd be a good opportunity to get out there and meet the tenants, as many of you have already met. And I understand you're busy, Dale, but whatever we can do to help you, please let us know. I thank you all. Have a great evening. See you soon. Bye-bye.